Hi, this is Greg from Pensacola, Florida, and tonight we're going to demold Hirst mold number 58. This is the Common in Accessories mold. This mold has commonly used items to dress up the interior of an inn. It includes 2 doors, bar counters, shelves, ship stairs, chairs, round and square, tables, chairs, windows inserts, and other small accessories. Mold 57, 58, and 59 are all part of the modular inn project that we're going to do. So the detail and what you get out of these molds, I mean, they're going to decorate the walls up. The floor, we already demolded the floor mold. The fieldstone walls are going to build the walls, but it's these 3 molds that are going to turn that into just box rooms, into something that you're going to love to play in if you're your RPG session, if you run some homegrown Descent, whatever rule set you want to put down in there. I do have one thing to say about this mold right here. This piece, this door, is super thin. When you cast this, before this really sets up, you can see the outline of a green window. And full disclosure, this is my second cast of this because I reached over and grabbed this mold because I thought it was the other one. It was farther into driving time, and as soon as I touched it, I went like this. It cracked right in half. And so this is what that door looks like. It's got 3 pieces. This is that piece that sits really high on your pour. So it's along this joint. It was like this. Is along, this joint line right here is where it gets really weak. So that's just something to keep in mind. You may want to give yourself a couple extra minutes. So I'm going to start right at this one and take it out. So that's what the completed door should look like when it comes out. But if you look in this mold, see how high this sits right here? There is not a lot of room between when you scrape this mold and where this edge ends on this. But the result's worth it. I mean, look at the detail on that door. So just something to keep in mind. I believe the other stuff on here comes out pretty easy. It's not too bad. So give yourself a couple extra minutes before you pull that door. Here you are with this should be a bench. I have no idea, but when we do the project, we're sure going to find out. Large bucket. Here you are. Here's a small keg that can go on the back of a bar. Decorative, another decorative piece. These are pretty neat when you pull them out because, when you see the mold, all you see is that shape. Then you start pulling this out and you turn it over, you're like, oh, that's awesome. That is a bar stool. There's a mug. That might be like a hobbit-sized mug. That is definitely not a dwarven-sized ale mug. Here's your box. It's an open box, which means there's going to be a lid in here. Again, if your door gets brittle, when you go to get this piece right here, this should be the lid for that box, which it is. Yeah, you just want to be careful too, because that's another brittle piece in here. And there's a couple molds that Bruce has out that has boxes that have the lids. So those are all usually always really thin pieces, but if you get the door out okay, this piece should come out fine too. Something decorative. And then we get into these pieces here, and these, I've seen them, I think they're painted up like stained glass. This is a larger piece, would be like the top of a window. That's pretty neat. Vault door, hobbit door. I like vault door. You could send your guys on a mission. They enter through that vault or trying to get to that vault. Bottom half of a door. Here's another, that could be like a wheel leaning up against the wall, half of it anyways. Yep, knocked my camera right off because I got way too close. Alright. Stained glass, this is like square stained glass. Here's another door piece. Big piece coming out here. So this is like a, almost like, it looks like a nightstand. I mean, you could put all kinds of decorations that we've popped out so far across the top of that. Stairs. More stairs. Wow, that's in there. That is a big piece of plaster right there. I'm going to tilt the camera up just a little bit here. Alright, and I apologize because these demoldings, I got the camera on one of these little cruddy tripods. I think I'm going to order myself a better desk tripod. I've got a good stand-up one, but it wouldn't be able to see down to these smaller pieces. Wooden plank. Oil lantern. Small piece of window. It's like a step or a, I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm looking forward to do that project because then I'll figure out what some of this stuff is. It was just like that with Descent. I'm pulling some of the stuff out. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. So these two are neat right here. Pull this out. Look at that. Little small chair. You can put around the tables. And this one here is a little bit bigger chair. So that's pretty nice. These molds are fantastic. So you're going to see all these pieces come together in the Modular In project from Bruce's site, and we're going to kick that off this week coming up, and you'll start seeing the videos come up. So again, I apologize for all the camera mess ups on there. So we're gonna call it a night. We'll get these burned out, get them up on the site, and we'll get right into that Modular In. Thank you.